Not the Chuddle.
Chuddle. Surprise.
I have a real soft spot for evil.
Blood flying everywhere.
Fuck good.
I'm a big boy who doesn't get scared.
Out of the mist and into the fog, it's Chuddle the Pod.
Sup, y'all. Welcome to Chuddle the Pod, a horror movie club where horror movie lovers have a feel-good time. On this show, three friends strengthen their bond as we explore what we like or dislike in the genre we love by asking and answering the same questions about a different movie every episode. If you haven't seen this movie before, we give you everything you need to know to decide whether or not you want to watch it before we enter the spoiler zone. And in this episode, we are chuddling Shaun of the Dead. Of course, I am not here by myself tonight. I'm Sam, by the way. Sam with the sup. I am joined by my friend Ross.
Oh, hey, you've got red on you.
Oh, thank you. I've always wanted red on me. And Ross and I are not alone tonight. We are joined by our friend Bryan. Bryan?
Oh.
Very nice.
On brand. Hey, thanks for having me.
Very on brand.
Thanks for being here. Love you guys.
Love you too, bro.
We're gonna do this show now.
Give me that goo.
Hold on, before we do this.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Let's get into how much we love each other. All right.
I love you a lot.
Before we continue, I must take this moment to thank our coven of patrons. Your sacrifice gives us life, and we thank your beautiful souls. Club dues are only $3 a month, and patrons get a witch name and a sticker when they sign up. They get access to an exclusive channel in our Discord, all of our patron catalog episodes, which now that catalog just grew by like 30 episodes or so.
Yeah.
Our feed begins at episode 69. And it is the signal as well, which is, special in the Chuddle cockles. We also put out the occasional patron episode, so look out for those. And we got ideas stirring for that as well. Also, when you support the show, it gives you the warm, gooey feeling in the cockles that only Chuddle can give you. Now, with all club members present and accounted for, coven avowed, it's time to crack open that goo book and officially begin tonight's meeting. I love you.
Give me that goo. Oh, yeah. I gave you that goo.
Ah! Sergio's here?
Every now and then I just find random sound bites that I don't remember. I think that was from a recent thing, but there you go.
Perfect. Thanks
for giving us that goo, Sergio.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, time to party, right?
Are
we not partying?
I thought we took that out.
Okay.
So I don't have that ready.
That's fine. We got our log lines and our tag lines. Regular lines. Starting with the log line, in my opinion, this might be the best one IMDb has ever had. Not that it's a high bar, but the uneventful, aimless lives of a London electronics salesman and his layabout roommate are disrupted by the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Nailed it. It's like two guys, slacker type fellows. Can't be slackers
having
now
a good
because
time.
The zombies are here. I also like that
it's really their time to shine. Yeah,
their lives are disrupted by the zombie apocalypse. Like,
yeah, mild inconvenience.
Taglines. We got a lot of them. It's just one of those days when you're feeling a little dead. Don't love that one.
Not a fan.
It's not
Buy milk, ring mum, dodge zombies. Pretty good.
Okay, a little more on brand for the movie. Okay.
Shuffling into theaters September 24th. Fine. Makes sense for a movie poster. They're coming to get you, Barbara. Cool for like horror nerds, but I don't think is great for advertising the movie.
Sure.
A romantic comedy, period, with zombies, period. I guess it kind of is. I never really thought of it. I think of the bromance more than I think of the romance when I think of the movie.
Certainly.
A bromantic comedy with zombies.
Bromantic.
Yeah.
I would almost just do like a comedy with zombies.
Yeah. A zombie.
Zomedy.
A zombie. Zoom side.
This one I think is really bad. Ever felt like you were surrounded by zombies?
Yes. Every day, man.
Every day, man. This is my movie
This
now.
is the one I recognize. Maybe that's why I think it's good. But in a time of crisis, a hero must rise, ... from his sofa.
Hey,
okay. All right. Hey.
There's a little repeat
that's
of
good.
before. Bought coffee called Mom Dodge Zombies. And last, this September, aim for the head.
I like that one.
See, that one's okay.
It lets me know where I need to be in September and what to do.
That's
what to
all
do.
I ever need. Where do I go in September?
I just
What
need
do I do
direction. I'm
when
really just
there?
looking for direction.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead really got me there. So thank you.
Thank you, Shaun.
Thank you, Shaun.
Movies are made by people. The people that made this movie. Oh,
Movies are made by people. The people that made this movie are.
We got creepy little demons popping in to say hello.
Wow.
I don't like that demon.
These nipples could cook glass right now.
I don't know. Shit's going on weird outside.
Ooh.
Weird shit is going on outside. Shaun of the Dead is from 2004 and was written by Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright, and it was directed by Edgar Wright. Some of our key players in the film are Simon Pegg as Shaun, Nick Frost as Ed, Kate Ashfield as Liz, Lucy Davis as Diane, Dylan Moran as David, Penelope Wilton as Barbara, and Bill Nighy as Philip. Sort of our main group there. Obviously, no Simon Pegg and Nick Frost from the other Edgar Wright movies, and Paul, and since then a bunch of stuff. But for a long time, I just, they were the Shaun of the Dead guys for a long time.
Certainly.
For Nick Frost, this was his first
Movie.
full-length motion
His
picture
second
movie
acting
because he
job.
was in. Yeah, because the first one was
Yeah.
Spaced, the TV series. Yeah.
And then he's been doing a lot of horror lately. There's like 2 movies last year, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
almost like back to
Getaway
back.
and Black Cab.
I enjoyed
yeah.
Getaway. I had fun with it.
It had one of my favorite needle drop, maybe my favorite needle drop of the year.
Yeah. I remember you mentioning that. So check that out. It's
Try
a
and-
fun ass moment.
Find something fun to say for it. And Black Cab, I don't know if I have something fun to say for it, but he's working, making stuff. Simon Pegg, I'm sure he's in all those Mission Impossible movies, right?
He is
And Bill Nighy
seemingly
I've seen in
completing
a
missions.
billion things.
Yeah, Davy Jones,
Mm-hmm.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep,
Ooh.
that's one of them.
Yeah, I think he was a science guy as well.
Yeah, he was in
Oh, that's Bill
Underworld
Nye.
as
Sorry.
like the Big Daddy vampire.
Oh, he's the Big
Yes.
Daddy vampire.
Well, no,
He's the Big Daddy
he's
vampire.
nothing
Well,
like Big
the old Daddy vampire.
Yeah.
No, not like Big Daddy.
If you not quite.
Voice in Wild Robot, great animated movie from last year. And what I didn't realize is that he's in the Cornetto trilogy. He's also in all of 3 of the Nick Frost
Okay.
Simon Pegg movies.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
All right.
Who is the horror forward?
Starting with what subgenres does it fit into?
Ooh, horror comedy,
zombie.
zombies.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Zombie. I
Yeah,
guess
zombie.
romantic comedy of
Yeah,
sorts.
A romantic
I'd say
zombie.
British comedy. It has that British
Yeah.
comedy, whatever that is, that dry rye.
That
It's pretty British, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
well, all right, that was good.
It was something.
And I'm not sure it really needs.
Yeah, no,
Much else.
that's kind of also the beauty
It's
of
pretty-
it.
it's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah, straightforward,
Mhm.
and does that well. Cool.
What's the best environment to watch this in?
Any environment.
I'd pretty much agree, but best I think would be at this stage in my life, I would like to watch it with like in in theater
With horror heads.
re-release with fans of the film would be my best way to watch it.
A Scream 2 situation theater.
Mm-hmm.
Going buck wild. Yeah, I don't know. Something
but with,
large. Yeah. People that enjoy the movie, know the movie.
Totally.
Have fun.
Yeah, because I mean, you could do this in an intimate setting, you know what I mean? But Shaun the Dead is such a fun ride that like I feel like it's better with more people involved.
Is it a date movie? I guess so. If you're both into horror.
Yeah. and British comedies.
Well, that was fun. Shout out to one of our listeners, Kate, who asked, is 28 years later a date movie? And I had to really think about that. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess if you've gone to the first two in that scenario, why not? It'll definitely get you there.
Yeah, I still don't know what I'd say.
It's see, I heard they renamed
it's interesting.
28 years later.
To what?
Here it comes.
28 inches later?
There it is.
Why'd they do that?
You haven't even seen the movie, have you? Why'd they do that?
No, because I heard that there is a abnormally large William Dafoe penis in that movie.
Oh.
A little bit smaller, I think. Definitely smaller.
I wasn't confused.
I was not confused. I knew what was happening.
Someone please put that back.
That's beautiful.
Is it for beginners?
Yes and no. Depends on the person.
I would say yes. Almost.
I'd say for the most part, yes. But if someone is actually looking for maybe like, I don't know. I think if someone wants horror and doesn't respect the comedy.
Yeah. But this is a good like toe in the water for horror because it definitely has some interesting gore scenes. It's got some stuff. It's got enough comedy to kind of like break that up between that and the seriousness. But it is weird though, because like it's not, there are a lot of references to other zombie movies, but not in like a not a parody, not in like a National Lampoon way. You know what I mean? Where it's like, this is all like homages that like I feel that you could watch this on by itself and then dive deeper into what the references were later.
Yeah, you don't need to know what they are. It's you can appreciate it better, but you don't need to know the references to appreciate the movie.
Yeah, I would say maybe, but I understand where you're coming from, Bryan, because it's like part of it is like if you don't like British humor, because it's this is going to fall flat for you and then be kind of like a fizzle of a horror movie.
There's also people that just don't really care for comedy in their horror to this extent, or don't really consider that horror maybe to some extent. So if it's someone who's, I don't know, just really adverse to that for some reason. But
I guess this is like an in-between genre gateway movie drug. You know what I mean? Where it's like, if you're looking for like a straight up horror movie for beginners, then probably not, because this does lean pretty heavy on the comedy. But if you don't mind, I don't think it's going to be that.
Well, agree to disagree. Or should we fight about it?
I think we should fight a little bit about it.
About it? Yeah.
All right.
Counterpoint.
Well, I think that it has enough horror elements to introduce you to the genre and make you be interested in going in other things. And even has like not just, zombies eating people or whatever, but some like scare moments, you know what I mean? Moments
sure.
where you're like, oh no.
I think it'd be good if you want to do like the sneaky get. If you want to get your friend sneakily into horror and test the waters, I should throw and be like, I got this good comedy. Yeah. Shaun of the Dead. Let's it makes fun. It's funny. Blah blah blah. And then see what they like. That's how you get them. Go get them.
Nice. I like that. Should you know anything before going into it? I think you should have basic knowledge of what a zombie is, but beyond that, no.
The idea of like the Romero zombie.
Yeah. This is for sure a love letter to like Romero zombie movies. You might have a better understanding what's going on if you kind of are introduced to that universe before this, but it's not a make or break.
Agreed.
Do you hear that? I think did anyone remember to open a window?
Oh.
It is getting weird tonight.
Is he okay?
Oh no, he's just groaning outside my window.
Oh, is he ever gonna warn us?
Did he hit? He sound like he hit it hard.
It was pretty hard.
He's pretty hard. Oh wait, is that a different kind of groaning?
I think he's okay. All right. Does he have any trigger warnings for us?
White guy using the N-word.
Oh yeah,
True.
I forgot about that.
Totally forgot about that.
Then I just remembered that.
I mean, I guess it could be like a semi
in a meh way, not great now.
You know how it's kind of like a reverse Uno though, because we talk about child death. This does deal heavily with parental death in a very serious connotation.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So that would be something to look at. But besides,
it's got lots of death.
Copious amounts of death. Yeah, besides that, it's pretty much standard zombie fare.
Great.
Great. Cool.
All right, great. Gore ranking. How gory is this one? Where we've changed the format of the show. Surprise. It'll be happening a little bit. But we're not doing the gore meter up here. We're talking it later in the episode. And here we're just going to say, what level of gore to expect. There's one pretty intense one. Wait, we don't even need to talk about that. I would just say medium.
Yeah, I'd agree with medium level.
Yeah, I'd say medium level because I mean, like, especially because we've talked about it in other episodes, there is a little level of zombie blindness when it comes to the gore in these movies, but I think medium's good.
Great.
Spoiler zone.
Starting with the IMDb behind the scenes, got a lot of these, and I also dropped some in later in our movie conversation that we will have. George A. Romero, creator of the movies to which this movie pays homage and lampoons, was so impressed with Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright's work that he asked them to cameo in Land of the Dead as zombies, which we mentioned in our episode covering Land of the Dead. You can go back and listen to that. Matter of fact, we covered all the Romero zombie movies. So if this is giving you a taste for that, go check it out. They're recent in the feed.
Yeah, those are there.
George Romero was given a private viewing of this movie near his house in Florida. During the scene in which Ed yells into the phone, "We're coming to get you, Barbara," Romero was oblivious to the fact that it was a direct lift from his movie Night of the Living Dead, and only found out later after a conversation with Edgar Wright.
Oh, well, that's fun.
That's awesome.
I love that. He's like, what? Oh, great.
Oh, cool.
They say that in my movie?
He's just sitting there watching the movie and like, oh, I guess I'm going to get Barbara now.
Don't worry, Barbara.
God, we had a voice for him. I forget what our voice was. We had a fun Romero voice in one of our episodes, I feel like.
Did we?
Yeah, go back and find it.
Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright considered a sequel that would replace zombies with another monster, but decided against it as they were pleased with the movie as a standalone product. One of the proposed titles was From Dusk Till Shaun. However, it never came to fruition, but the idea had an afterlife, as a mocked-up poster can be seen for the film in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's fun. So, and I guess maybe there was almost a vampire, like Nick Frost's Simon Pegg vampire movie.
Ooh.
Which would have been fun, but I'm glad we got Hot Fuzz next. I love Hot Fuzz. All of the news readers and television presenters are real people, which I didn't know because, they're British. The British are like, hey, it's the news, isn't it?
Nice. Yes.
Thank you. Many of the zombie extras are fans of Spaced, which also starred Simon Pegg and Nick Frost and was also directed by Edgar Wright. They were recruited through the Spaced Out fan website.
That's cool.
Also, they were paid £1 per day for their troubles, which people speculate is an homage to what Romero did.
Used to do, yeah.
I would think so. Yeah, I was about to ask, did they got paid £1? £1, isn't it?
And I watched the 20-year anniversary feature on the 4K, and Edgar Wright was like, but some people still claim they didn't get paid that £1, and if you didn't, I'm so sorry.
You're fucked. I don't got it now. I'm not good for it.
Yeah, we don't have it now. It's not going to happen.
I'm liquid. Because of the timing and the similarity of the names, distributors were forced to hold this movie back until 2 weeks after Dawn of the Dead 2004 was released in the UK.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
So they were going to get like released the same weekend initially, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
That's amazing. They would be like, that's too confusing for people. Okay, let's try this.
I think it was only beneficial. Honestly, I was thinking about that beginner's thing.
Well, I think it's beneficial that they actually waited 2 weeks because then
That's
people
what I'm
already
saying.
had it. Yeah.
Because I feel like almost that Dawn of the Dead and maybe even 28 Days Later, I don't know if it came out before or after, it was in this time frame, right?
It was all in the zone, yeah.
But I feel like those were almost kind of, for some reason, those were pretty big movies. So I think they kind of hit a lot of beginners. And if there's anyone that was into that, would also, I think, moved and checked out Shaun of the Dead.
This was one hell of a time to really get into zombie movies because there was a lot of infection zombie stuff going on.
I think of it as like my senior year of high school. It was all around then.
The zombie renaissance
coming out. I know 28 Days Later came out this summer before my senior year. Is that right? I think that's right. All right. The title began as Edgar Wright was described as a one-page Word document to sketch out the idea of the movie. Back then, it was called Tea Time of the Dead, which is very British. First part is Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright's Cornetto trilogy. The other two parts are Hot Fuzz and The World's End. According to Edgar Wright, Cornettos appear in this movie because he once ate a Cornetto to get over a hangover and thought it would be funny if Ed did the same after a night of drinking.
Nice.
Funny thing is, I learned in the 20th anniversary that at the premiere of this movie, the studio got like a cart of Cornettos to give away to people attending, so they got free ice cream cart, and they're like, whoa, is that because it was like in the movie we got this free ice cream? So they only wrote it into Hot Fuzz to get free ice cream at the premiere. And it didn't happen. But that's how the Cornetto trilogy
happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of amazing, actually.
Yeah. Inspired by an episode. Oh, the whole story was inspired initially by an episode of Spaced when Simon Pegg's character hallucinates that he goes into a Resident Evil video game.
Cool.
Apparently, after they shot that episode, he and Edgar Wright were just like, we have to make a zombie movie.
Right.
Simon Pegg turned down a role in Dog Soldiers to do this movie.
Oh, Dog Soldiers.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen him in Dog Soldiers. Glad he didn't, but
exactly. And I only kept it, because it was a fun horror thing. Snake Hips, quote unquote, one of the regulars at the Winchesters, explained to always be surrounded by women.
Mm-hmm.
In the walk back to the Winchester, he can be seen surrounded by zombie women eating his corpse.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, he being eaten. He got them boots.
Fun little thing. Shaun tells Liz that he's going to take her to the place that does all the fish. When he opens the phone book, you can see the restaurant is literally called Fulci's Restaurant, the place that does all the fish. And obviously,
I get it.
Fulci. Yep. We just did one of his movies, New York Ripper. Go listen to that. We also have done The Beyond, so check them out.
Old Silver Toes.
Almost all part characters in the beginning of the movie are seen later as zombies. In this movie, Shaun's mother calls him Pickle, and apparently that's not something they just made up. Edgar Wright's own mother called him that as a boy, apparently while she taught him some lessons at school, and it made him very embarrassed. I can imagine if your mom was the teacher and she's like, listen, Pickle.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Yeah. That is awful. The rifle they use at the Winchester is a Winchester Model 66, which is the same rifle used in both Night of the Living Dead OG and remake.
Oh, okay. Cool. Good. Some relevant.
Which the remake is getting a steelbook coming out soon.
Some relevant dumb gun information. It's the first time I think we've used one of those.
Yeah, because it actually was relevant and not just what it was. Near the end, as Shaun is yawning, you hear newscasters state the initial claims of the virus caused by rage-infected monkeys have been dismissed. Obviously, a reference to 28 days later. Also, that is Edgar Wright's voice.
Oh,
well, there you go.
Shaun's place of work is Forey Electric, after Ken Forey from Dawn of the Dead.
Nice guy.
Mary, the zombie in Shaun's backyard, works at Landis Supermarket, named after John Landis, who of American Werewolf and Thriller fame, among others. Mm-hmm. There's a Wilhelm scream in the movie. You can hear it faintly in the background when the soldiers come in at the rescue at the end.
Oh, okay.
And just had to keep it because Wilhelm's scream.
Wilhelm's, baby.
Love me a Wilhelm.
Near the beginning, when Shaun is leaving the shop where he gets a can of Coke in the Cornetto, there is a pizza place behind him. To his left, the name of the restaurant is Bub's Pizza.
Ha, Bub!
Reference to Bub from Day of the Dead. My favorite zombie from his movies. While waiting out a rainstorm on set, Simon Pegg and Nick Frost came up with the concept for the 2011 sci-fi collaboration, Paul. They handed the producer a sketch drawing of the character of Paul wearing an FBI shirt, flipping off the viewer with a caption that read, "In the U.S., everybody is an alien." So that's fun that they came up with that movie on set for this.
Yeah, during a rainstorm.
Yeah. Music and sound from the original Dawn of the Dead movie were used in this movie. So we get the music from Dawn of the Dead is in the end credits. There's some like tones used from it earlier in the movie, and then I'm not sure which song because I didn't even pick up on it, but one of Goblin's songs is used during the Shaun's plan sequence.
Okay,
so
that's cool.
Yeah. When Shaun and Ed leave the apartment on their way to take Pete's car to go rescue Shaun's mother, Ed accidentally activates the alarm in Pete's car, which attracts the attention of a group of shoppers. Nelson, the shop owner, can be seen in the crowd of zombies holding out his hand. This is presumably because last time Shaun was in the shop, he was short of change and still owed Nelson 15p. Which is
even as a
lovely
zombie
little touch. Yeah, exactly. Because the zombies, I like that the zombies in this one are like Romero's in the sense where they do still kind of have a little of themselves in them.
Yeah. It's like an echo. Yeah.
All right. Who picked it? Why in history? Ooh, I don't even remember how we landed on this one. Because we had chosen it before and then we couldn't do it. And then we're doing a new format for our movie talk here coming up. We're not just running through the movie scene by scene.
What?
And
Nuh-uh.
I know we repicked it because we were like, hey, this movie we're all familiar with. Maybe this would be a good one to try it out with. So that's how we got here. History. I'm sure I know I saw it in theaters, had it on DVD, was a big fan at the time it came out. I apparently have seen every Edgar Wright movie. I didn't even realize that, except for a documentary that he made that I didn't even know about, but all his narratives I just happen to have seen without intentionally seeing them.
What I really loved about Shaun of the Dead when it first came out is that like we had, and I think this probably happened probably earlier, but like Scary Movie, things like that were basically like rip off, like, I don't know, just like Leslie Nielsen style, like making fun of, but also using relevant things from like pop culture and things like that. I like the fact that this is a true comedy just set in like a Romero verse. You know what I mean? Like it didn't have to heavily rely on.
It wasn't parody.
It wasn't parody. It's not a parody film. So like it's just a genre film that happens to be a comedy in it. And like that was so refreshing because a lot of horror comedies, especially around the time, they were parodies of everything. They weren't actual original scripts and ideas. They were just like accumulations of just like, I don't know, almost like Family Guy sketches.
I had never seen a horror comedy like this movie at the time. That's it. As you were making your point, it reminded me of that because, you know, stuff like Evil Dead 2 or whatever, it's splatstick, it's funny, but it's not like jokes and then a zombie. You know what I mean? It's
absolutely
this exactly like you said. It's a comedy movie, and then you get bits of the zombie element in there, or tons of the zombie element in there, but
Yeah.
it's a comedy first, but it doesn't sacrifice the horror. The joke doesn't come from the horror most of the time. Sometimes it's in there, but the jokes come from the characters.
Exactly.
Bryan, you liked it when you were thinking about?
Certainly. I mean, I don't have much else to add. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'd probably definitely saw it in theaters and have probably owned it since.
Nice. Okay, here we go. We're testing out the new thing.
Ooh, how's everybody feel? Did you stretch?
No, I did not stretch.
Oh, you're letting the rigor mortis set in?
Yeah, because actually this first bit I couldn't even land on what to do yet, so I'm going with one of these. Whoever's still listening to this podcast, somebody is listening to it that's never seen this movie before, and they're going to hear all our next conversation. So they need to know what happened in this movie. What's it about? What do we tell them? I'll start going, and you guys can fill in bits as you need. So Shaun is sort of a, I guess, loser. You know, he works a electronics job where he's the manager of teenagers, and
he's stuck in a loop of his life. He's in a rut. He's kind of just
he always goes to the same bar,
going in the same place. He's having relationship issues because of his just kind of
the rut.
His rut, you know what I mean? And it doesn't help the fact that he's got one of his best friends that hangs with him all the time, and he's got a girlfriend that wants to have exclusive time with him as well.
His best friend's holding him back.
Yeah.
And then the zombie apocalypse happens, and they decide to try and go bunker down in the bar they always go to. They pick up her friends. Shaun and the girlfriend break up before the zombie apocalypse. Then the zombie apocalypse happens. Yeah. And Shaun and Ed, the best friend who's holding him back, decide they're going to go rescue her. They go to her place.
We got to grab Mom.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
we got to
Phil.
grab Mom. And then after Mom and Phil, then we got to go grab them, which winds up being her and her roommate, and then her roommate's boyfriend. And then they all decide to get out of the comfort of that apartment and fight their way to the Winchester.
Yeah, they were going to drive there, but unfortunately, Phil turned into a zombie on the way. Philip. And so they get there. They tried to hold down the fort for a while, but zombies eventually get in. Shaun's mom has been bit, and he has to kill her when she turns, and
it's very sad.
Yeah. And then Ed gets bit, but they leave him in the basement. They get out of the Winchester, and they're soldiers, and they shoot the hell out of everything. And now we jump ahead in time. We're remembering Z-Day through channels on TV. Everything seems good now, but Shaun pops out to the garden where Ed is a zombie in chains, and they're going to play video games together. Anything to add?
No, that's good. All right. Good night, guys.
Hey, Sam, you know what? You made it at just under 3 minutes. I couldn't help myself. Shout out to Scotty and Andrew, Fun with Horror. Go check them out.
Perfection.
No, I think that was a good, solid recap of the movie. And there's fun. It's fun and
very
horrific,
funny, very witty,
way.
Charming. Got heart. All right. We're going to go directly to Did It Work? And this Did It Work section is, we're going to talk about different aspects of the movie and talked about what worked, what didn't. Did it work? Starting with the premise. The premise, I guess, being it's not, only a zombie movie, but a zombie movie in England with these characters who are sort of do nothings. It certainly works for me. It's worked for me forever.
No, I think the premise absolutely works, because I think that having it Romero zombies, I think having the characters as they are kind of shows like Shaun was basically a zombie in his own life, just repeating the same things and doing the same things. And like it took the actual zombie apocalypse for him to actually live his life. which I think is just, I don't know. The whole premise is just everything works. I think it's because of the characters, because of how the setup is, also the cinematography and how things are shot as well. Like I don't know. We'll get into that, but like I think the entire premise works really, really well.
Yeah,
me too. And I guess. Go ahead, Brian. Were you going to say something?
I was going to say I agree. I think what they are trying to accomplish is accomplished, at least for the three of us, seemingly, and it seems like a lot of horror folk out there. It's got a pretty high rating on like Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's in the 90s or something, right? It's a well-received movie.
I'm not sure.
So I think it definitely hits the comedy notes, the zombie notes, and it's that love letter-esque feeling to those Romero Age of Zombie movies that I think really is endearing to it. So based on that premise,
for sure,
it works.
Yeah, I would absolutely, 100%.
Even as simple as like, we're going to do a Romero movie, but make it like a small comedy. Like, well, they also they play it, for better choice of words, they play it straight, as in like there are funny things that happen, but it's not because of the gore. There's super serious scenes, like there's very heartwarming and heartbreaking scenes that happen in this movie, and it's not like the comedy doesn't deflect that. I think it all blends really, really well.
Because I think what's important and what is very accessible and relatable to the movie are the characters within it as a sort of everyman, everyday type of person. A lot of horror nerds can see themselves as these people.
Everybody has an Ed in their group. Everybody has a David in their group.
While it's fun to watch a zombie movie where it's all realistically all pretty heroic people doing pretty heroic things in most zombie movies, this was more relatable in the sense, I mean, I'm sure Sam and I said it, I'm sure you and I said it together, Ross, like this is what we would do some of this shit in like a zombie movie, like end up throwing records at them for some reason or doing whatever, like having.
Oh yeah.
I also love
there was a time in our lives where we're probably not far from them now, unfortunately.
Yes.
But there was a time in our life where, we were much closer.
Certainly.
Well, there's just because you said the record scene, I love the fact that the Batman soundtrack was the one that like bataranged both of that bataranged both zombies at the same time. I didn't catch that until I read that somewhere and then rewatched
That's
it.
hilarious.
I rewatched it. I was like, oh my God, they bataranged it. That's amazing.
Batarang.
I didn't catch that either. That's great. Cool. So did the filmmaking, the more technical aspect of it, stuff like the cinematography that you talked about.
I think the cinematography, absolutely, especially since this was Edgar's first length feature film, right? He had done one other like
he did one that I think was like
looking,
in '97. I think it's like a total bootstrap homemade, straight to shitty-o.
I think that I really do like, especially when like they're breaking down the plans and things like that, having that like bam, 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 bam kind of like cinematography, almost like a checklist, but visually works out awesome with this. It's kind of like it gives those plausible ideas like validity to me, I guess, while watching it. You know what I mean? And it's all done in this like cheeky aspect, like at the end, and then have a pint. You know what I mean? Like.
Right. Well, it's doing like these action movie shots that we're used to, like a Batman putting on his utility belt, but it's a toilet flushing, or teeth brushing. So that's fun. And I realized watching this that it reminded me of Guy Ritchie's early movies, which were also around that time, like Snatch and Lock, Stock. And then when I was watching the 20-year anniversary, they talked about basically the production company that they were ready to make it, and the production company dropped out. So then they had no money to make it and really had to scrap it together. And it sounded like that style is partially due to they shot on film necessity. And like could not waste an extra second. Yeah, they had to like put it all on film and not linger on anything.
I love when stuff like that, and obviously we'll we'll probably cover at a later point, is that I love that like when budget limitations become necessity, like in Lost Boys, like they couldn't actually show the vampires flying, so they did the POV like swoop down because they couldn't afford it, and then it wound up being one of the biggest visual gags of the movie that kind of defines it. I love that the act of just like not having enough money, it's like, all right, we're going to shoot it this way, and then it comes out on film and you think it's just this amazing stylistic choice instead of being an actual economic necessity.
Yeah, no, I love that stuff too. Seems like we often talk about found gold when like, well, they couldn't do it, so they did this instead, and guess what, probably it was the best choice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's I think especially for a first movie, it really shows his filmmaking knowledge.
For sure.
And I think Edgar Wright is an auteur. With the I have a few. Let's see what they are. I clipped a couple of things filmmaking wise that I liked as I was watching it, or made notes. I love the quick cuts. We already discussed those. Shaun, when Shaun's not in the Winchester because he let all the zombies away, and David's going on a rant against Shaun and how much he sucks and stuff, and he throws a bag of chips and Shaun's hand comes in and grabs the bag of chips.
Yes.
It's just like a great way, and funny and silly, and like it does all the right things. But it's a well done moment. And then the other one is when Shaun in the Winchester goes to the electric panel and turns the lights on, and all the zombies are there at the window of the door, and he turns it back off. Watching it, knowing that's coming, the way it's set up is awesome. Just like I was staring at that dark corner the whole time, like trying to see if I got even a whisper. So, and then I'm surprised I didn't put it here, but for filmmaking, it turned this into a whole movie. But the "Don't Stop Me Now" part when they're beating the zombie with the pool cues to Queen.
That entire sequence is so fucking funny. Is that I guess there was you probably have it, but there was the behind the scenes of it. They had earbuds in so they could hit him to the beat of the song while they were filming it. And then the actor who played the bartender, I can't remember. He originally was a stuntman. So they were great. He was like, hit me as hard as you want at like 70 something years old. And they're literally just beating this man in synchronization with earbuds. I just think that the entire pretense of that. Also, what a hilarious song. What an uplifting, insane song to have while you're beating a zombie to death.
I certainly think of that moment anytime I hear that song now.
Yes.
I did for a long time, but I've just listened to so much Queen since then. I don't anymore, but forever I would, as soon as when that would come in, I would pretend I was beating somebody with a pool cue.
One of my favorite things in this is almost in the beginning stuff. Well, first you got we love talking about it, and I think we might mention it later, our title cards and all that kind of stuff. But our intro of just people going about their lives, acting like zombies, but we're not zombies yet. Then juxtaposed to Shaun, the actual zombies. And then I love the moment when Shaun goes in to do his normal morning routine, and then the next morning when everything's a zombie, he still does it, and it's all shot in the same kind of way. All the same kind of characters are all about, but zombified, and it's just
or missing,
and him
or
not
like
realizing what's going on at all is such a slipping in blood. In the store when he walks in is fucking
it's a duplicated oner from the first time before it's zombified. And then
I love a duplicated oner.
He trips on the curve the same. Interesting thing about him slipping in the blood, that blood is CGI because they couldn't have blood on the ground because Shaun could actually slip on it, or Simon could, but it was a Steadicam operator as well, and he couldn't have to worry about it either, so they put it in later.
And put it in post.
Put in that.
That's amazing. There's
Put it in
actually a
post.
shot of both of the normal day and then the right after the apocalypse, like like side by side, and it's really, really well done because it almost like obviously between the differences, but like the cadence in his walk and like how he's approaching things is almost
like-
identical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Fun stuff.
Your suspenders, did they work? Suspenders of disbelief?
Certainly,
Oh,
because I
yeah,
didn't even
yeah.
have to really think about them. I feel
Think
like
about it. No.
Yeah,
Same.
because this is
That's a good
so,
suspender.
it's
They're
a great
strong, they're
suspender.
solid, they're on there, and you don't have to think about it. You're just in it. Solid suspenders.
This is like comfort food suspender, as in like I knew what this universe was, so like I was very accustomed. There wasn't any curveballs that were thrown our way during this that would make them jostled at all. So like they were securely bolted.
Yeah. I felt very safe in my suspenders.
but
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't even like, well, the thing I like about it too is that it doesn't really, and this can kind of go
test them.
into the tropes. It doesn't, there's no really testing of it. And it plays with how did the apocalypse start? Where did the zombie thing come from? Which is, I think, a fun little
Yeah,
not
this is
knowing
the
thing,
Romero
because
beginning.
you have all these little hints of something going on. People kind of just
A
almost
meteor,
say something or
yeah.
they get cut off or whatever, like that happens. And
The detail in all the little things happening around Shaun as he's not noticing is
so much fun.
incredible. I didn't have a full appreciation for it till revisiting it.
Either did I. Like on a lot of those trips of like how much sirens are going off or how much chaos is really happening and really
Phones
going
ringing,
on.
dogs
Totally.
barking. Yeah.
on. Just shit going on. It was really fun to see.
Well, usually what's really great is that like in a lot of movies, the horror, like the audience will know more than the character, but in this one, the character easily could have as much information as the viewer does if he was actually paying attention.
Mhm.
So like a lot of
Right.
this is like it's hilarious. It's directly in front of him, but it's just over his head, which makes that like just that like, oh come on, just look up, please.
Well, I think again, speaking to the relatability, I keep saying that I don't know how much you guys relate to the characters, but the relatability of the characters really holds the suspenders in a comfortable place as well, because I just feel like, I guess I'm not, I don't know, in any sort of disbelief, but I'm just like, yeah, totally. If the zombie apocalypse was going on, I'd be like that. And just like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, I'm
It'd be like
already
you
in it.
notice
Yeah.
halfway through your walk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tropes for this movie, did they work? So I guess it'd be your zombie movie tropes. Slow walking
Yeah.
zombies.
I like the slow walking zombies just because it gives you a lot more breathing room, figuratively and literally, to have like an actual group of people like trying to get through a city.
Mhm.
Because like running zombies would just be its own insanity. And I think because of how this movie is paced, having the Romero style works out great. I think the obviously getting bitten and infected works out amazing,
Mhm.
just because you have such dramatically poignant scene. Like the most dramatic scenes obviously are the most heart-wrenching ones when someone does get infected. So like it creates, they don't make fun of that. You know what I mean?
I was
Which
just
I think
gonna
is
say, the trope of having to kill somebody who's turned.
Especially
how
someone
many
you
times
love.
have you seen it? Yeah, and it's like very impactful in this one. Like it is done well. I think it totally works.
It's kind of like the same for me, where like the comedy lulls you into a false sense of security, and then the horror stuff happens. You're like, oh fuck. I think the same thing could be said with the horror. The comedy aspects of this really buffer the fact that when you get really poignantly serious scenes in here, the comedy disarms you, where you're like, I was not prepared for that. Oh my god, he's losing his mom. Holy shit, he's having this moment with his fucking stepfather that like he's
think
wanted his entire life. You know what I mean? Like
a big part of that is credit due to Simon Pegg for his acting in this.
for sure.
Because he it really feels real. For a comedy, he's not hamming it up in any way. It feels genuine.
And I think you mentioned, Ross, the Romero slow moving zombie type of thing. I mean, it was only kind of recently at the time where fast zombies were this thing. It really wasn't
Yeah.
before.
Because it was
started.
Just started with 28 Days. There was Dawn of the Dead 2 weeks before or whatever it was. So
And at least with something I only just thought about this for this, sorry to cut you off, is when it's 28 days later, they're, not zombies or infected with rage, whatever that debate is. If they're rage, that makes sense for them to be going so fast. If they're dead, it does not make sense for them to be that fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
If it's a reanimated corpse versus somebody who's really like angry.
Amped up with rage, a real angry person. Yeah. No, certainly. And like, I don't have a problem with fast moving zombies. It just adds this whole different layer, this whole different feeling over the movie. Like it just wouldn't have, I don't think it would have worked as well to have the fast moving zombies in this. Because it's so new. This movie's, we said it before, a love letter and pays homage to the slow moving Romero thing. You've had so many years of that now.
Yeah.
And a build up to work off of that. The fast moving zombie just wouldn't, because it was new. It was also, people were up in the air about that. If you remember, like fast moving zombies was a big contention and deal, polarizing thing.
That was my Freddy versus Jason, because I feel like I was kind of born after that, their heyday. But I remember big debates on slow versus fast zombies for sure.
And I was probably Romero based, but I love 28 Days Later. So I don't know, because there's room for all moving zombies.
Yeah,
I agree.
In my world, like I'm here for whatever it is. But I think that just lended so well to being able to make the movie endearing with how well it paid tribute to the slow moving zombie genre.
Oh, totally. Well, it's also like it almost revitalized the slow moving zombie, because like you could have a movie that it didn't have to be this super fast paced, high octane. You know what I mean? Like you could have.
In a way, it did, because didn't Land of the Dead kind of get greenlit because zombies were popular again because of the movies we've been talking about?
Certainly,
really revitalized it. Romero got to make a new movie.
Yeah.
You mean it reanimated it?
But to tropes, again, it plays well. I think in our survival aspect, our group of survivors, we have a group of survivors that get whittled down through zombie bites, through various different ways and everything. We get to, like you said, have those strong, impactful, emotional scenes with parental characters and whatnot. I think
so. I don't know if. Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Oh, I was just, I don't know if we're going to actually get into it later down the road, but since you said the group of survivors getting picked off one by one, the roommate, the girlfriend, what's her name? Diane. Yeah, the one that has her boyfriend's severed leg as she fights the zombie horde and leaves. So apparently there's like a subsequent, like there's a comic
that will
book.
be it. That will come.
That
up
will
later.
be later.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, awesome. I saw that and I audibly laughed out loud. I go, that is the funniest way to deal with that character.
Yeah, that is fun. Any more on tropes?
I don't think there's anything like. I think again, did it work? Yes, I think everything's done well. I have nothing else to say. Yeah, I don't. If there's anything I missed, it's because it was done so well.
All right. Did the opening work? So the opening, quick refresher: Shaun and Liz are discussing their relationship and friendship dynamics at the Winchester, and then we get that opening credit zombie thing that you were referring to. Right.
Yes. And I think the opening does work well too, because it establishes pretty much our group pretty quickly. The troubles in the relationship pretty quickly. The relationships between all these characters pretty damn quickly.
The type of comedy we're getting. Like, it's nothing against Ed. It's nothing against you, Ed. And it turns out he's right there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nothing against Diana and David. Is like, it's nothing against you two. Pans over. They're also there.
Yeah, they're there. Because I just want more time for us to fuck. As he whacks the fucking cigarette machine.
Yeah, he's like, it's just Ed doesn't have many friends. And he's like, he walks up and he's like, can I get any of you cunts something to drink?
Yeah.
So
Ed,
yeah,
man. So I think that works really well in establishing who all of these people are. You get a pretty quick sense of what the characters we're dealing with, which is great, which means you don't have to fuck around too much with it. I mean, we do get some more character building, obviously, throughout the whole thing and after this, and learn more about the daily routine and everything. And then, I love when that just leads into everyone just fucking doing their zombie shuffle through work.
Yeah.
It was really funny seeing people pulling out cell phones to look at their phones while waiting for the bus as part of that. Because now everyone there would have been looking at their phones the whole time. You know what I mean? These weren't even smartphones. They like probably got a text or something.
Right. This would have been when like you accidentally connected to the internet and had to cancel it real quick. I didn't mean to go online.
I'm going to get charged so much.
Character choices. I think we've kind of already established it's a character-driven movie, and the characters are really well written and believable, and we come to care for them or dislike them or any of those things. Ed, obviously, when I first saw it, he was like the standout Nick Frost. I mean, both. Yeah, you need both Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, but he was sort of the British Jack Black at the time or something like from. That's how I saw him after seeing this movie.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about Ed this time around? I disliked Ed.
I don't love him. I didn't dislike him, but
Ed's dislike might be harsh, but yes,
Ed's kind of a turd in this movie.
I have issues with him.
It is. I think it's funnier the older I get, the more of a twat I think he is. Is that like it's just some of the stuff is like there's idiot behavior and then there's asshole behavior, and like. When I originally saw this, I just thought that Ed was an idiot.
Like the lovable idiot type of thing. He's
the
just
lovable idiot.
Goof.
And then now, specifically rewatching it for this, I was like, God, there are a few scenes where I'm like, bro, you're fucking, like, you're being an asshole.
You're actively doing something shitty. Like, come on, man. Like,
like how the fuck do you think it's a good idea to answer your fucking cell phone in the middle of a zombie horde? And then just like, you know what I mean? Like
that one I'm maybe a little more forgiving of. There's actively, it seems like, I don't know if it's stupid or mean or just like kind of, there's some shit that just, I can't think of it at the top of my head, but yeah, he did
interesting. In that 20-year anniversary behind the scenes, Ed was written for Nick Frost. Obviously Simon Pegg and him lived together. They're all doing space together, but they wrote it for him, but it wasn't a guarantee he'd get it. You know, the people making the movie wanted to cast other people, and it wasn't until a read through they did it. But essentially, they just took the type of shit Nick Frost said at the time and wrote that as Ed's character, which was not awesome to learn.
Yeah.
I mean, I do still like him. I don't dislike him, but I don't see him as like this great, wonderful, fun guy anymore either. Like, I see him more nuanced than I used to.
Totally. Well, I think each character has their own kind of like trope, I guess would be the best way of putting it. You know what I mean? Like each one kind of has their own like definitive part of the wedge in the survivor group. You know what I mean? Which I think is funny because they almost make a point of parodying it themselves when they come across the other group of survivors that all are literally the same characters, just different actors and actresses.
I love that other group.
I got a fun bit about that other group later.
Yeah.
I feel like Ed, well, I guess he's just a flawed character, you know, and he's actively selfish at points. Because I mean, I don't feel like at any point in our friendships here that we would have actively messed up a relationship that been such a asshole to the
significant other,
somebody you're in a relationship with. Yes, that's what I'm looking for here. And the way that he kind of is, I think, and the way that he tries to, I don't know. There's something there. I just feel like
this.
He's just not helping his boy out.
So my biggest Ed problem is when Philip turns in the car and he's like, stop the car. And then he does that like huge whipping. Oh, this is so fun. Turn stop. And then when he gets out, he doesn't open the car door with the child locks while they're back there. He
That's
just
a big
stands
one.
there and watches until Liz comes and gets the door. I forgot about that moment. I've never understood that moment. I don't know why they have him do that there. I would say that actually feels out of place for his character. I don't.
Yeah, and
That's
maybe
like a
it's
different level of malicious.
Maybe it's because
Or
of
just,
that
like,
moment that I'm just
fight or
overanalyzing everything else. Because yeah, that's. I understand. I think maybe that he was supposed to be freezing up in that moment, but it just makes it feel like he's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like it's done with intent rather like.
Yeah, right. There's something. Yeah, I don't know. And that I think that feeling oozed out more from that moment into the rest of him for this movie for me.
I do love that he's flirting with Shaun's mom. I did not realize that nearly every line he says to her, if not every line he says to her, he says it with like a little cheeky kind of
Like, oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Which I love that. And of course, when they call Barbara and coming to get you, Barbara, the characters, though, even though you might not like him anymore, would you say the characters work for the movie?
Oh, for sure. I think they work well with each other. I think they work in general with the flow of the actual movie, for sure.
Definitely, because when you have a group of characters, each one needs to, I guess, lean a little bit harder into a persona type of thing. And especially in a zombie movie, it's had to have a group of characters with strong personalities one type of way with each one of them. So I think it works pretty well.
Now, I do have like a character choice question. So, Shaun at the end kills his mom and then Ed's bitten, but he doesn't kill Ed. He leaves Ed and then we find him later. I know Ed's his best friend, but he just killed his mom.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he not killing Ed here? And
so
go ahead.
Okay, so the only explanation that I had in my brain was that because he's got 2 bullets left. So I'm assuming he was going to for himself and his lady if they get for 2 other zombies. So I always thought of it as like I'm not going to shoot you because I need these bullets for myself and my lady. I hope you understand.
Oh, yeah. That's what I understand it to be. Why you didn't do it then.
I know. I've always, not always wondered about it, but I wondered about it this time. And it also led me to believe if, God forbid, we just killed our zombie mom and now, the Chuddlemen are turning into zombies. You think you could go through with it?
What? Shooting you?
I mean, I think if I just killed my mom, I'd be able to kill you guys. I'm just going to say. Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, also, but I don't want you wasting the bullet if you need it for yourself or someone else.
Please shoot yourself first, by all means.
Please, by all means, shoot yourself first. You don't have to.
I'd be like John Leguizamo
don't waste
and
a bullet
Land of the
on
Dead
Micah.
anyway. I always want to see how the other half lived. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's walk off to the zombie
let
life.
Me turn.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be interesting.
You let me turn.
If everything else, if it's just us 3 and everything else around me is gone and dead, and we're in a situation like that, I say we ride off into the zombie sunset together and just all become zombies, and then we'll probably just
Bite
wander
each other.
around together and bite each other a little.
But we'd have to like tie ropes around like our belt loops.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So
Yes.
we're all like, we have to stay together.
And we'll forever wander the zombie wasteland.
Yep.
Yeah.
Goo book in hand, just dragging it across the undead apocalypse. Goo. Goo.
One more thing.
Read our
Ed,
Goo book.
For an IMDb behind the scene is that Nick Frost allegedly kept his genitals shaved throughout the production to create a genuine need to scratch that the character demanded. So who knows if it's true, but always funny if you shave your balls.
This is
Any
also
other
his
characters?
main acting role.
Yeah.
He's like, listen,
So he's
I'm
like-
serious. Like, I need to get in character. I need to shave these balls.
So the itch is actually there.
It's a real itch, you know? I'm living my character.
David, I think, is a fantastic, like, wormy character to hate. Like, I love hating him, if that makes sense.
Plays it well.
And I love that you throw in that extra dynamic that he was actually going for Liz, but she didn't take him, and Diana picked up the pieces, which then she literally does when it gets torn up. I love how that whole dynamic unfolds throughout the movie. And then I think Philip is great too. And I love that moment in the car where he's like,
oh, for sure,
starts confessing to Shaun. And again, Simon Pegg's acting at that part.
Well, I also like the fact too that a lot of these story arcs that happen with these characters have an endpoint. You know what I mean? Like in the Winchester scene where like they're all kind of like have that standoff with the broken bottles, but shit like that. He goes, "We know you're in love with her, okay?" And like even the girlfriend's like, "I know, I got over it. Like, can you just fucking admit it to yourself?" I like the fact that like there's no loose ends when it comes to any of the character plot points, where it's just like it's all kind of like flushed out.
I do like that. And should we talk about the other group? Did you say you had something that they meet up with? Because
sure,
there's
we can
people in
talk
that
about
group
it now.
that have. I don't know if I realized who they were at the time, but I was like, oh, that's.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I did not for sure. So because I noted it in my noteworthy scene later as the doppelganger group. But
okay.
So the IMDb behind the scene. When Shaun, Liz, David, Diane, Barbara, and Ed run into the alternative gang as they make their way to the Winchester, there are quite a few comedy partnerships brought together again. Simon Pegg and Jessica Hines, Tim and Daisy from Spaced, Lucy Davis and Martin Freeman, Don and Tim from The Office, Dylan Moran and Tamsin Grieg, Bernard and Fran from Black Books, Julia Deakin and Nick Frost are, of course, in Space 2 as Marcia and Mike, respectively. And then Martin Freeman, I also didn't know, is also a Cornetto trilogy completist. He is in Hot Fuzz and World's End.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. Did you mention Matt Lucas? I knew him as well.
I don't know. I just said what was
there. I don't think you did. He's been in a bunch of different things. He's an episode of Community, but he's a funny guy.
A funny guy.
I would have never known who he was back then either. So it was just funny to people, it was fucking Leo pointing at the screen or whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. It was a fun little moment there. And I always liked that group. I always liked this side plot of like, just running into another group of people funny. Out here surviving that are almost just like us doing the same thing. And then they all pass each other. Just hi. And isn't like Ed and cousin Tom, who's Matt Lucas, are like, fuck off or something? Don't they say something like
yes. Yeah, they do similar thing as they pass.
Fun stuff.
They all say each have their own greeting to their doppelganger as they pass.
Yeah.
And then what's his the roommate? Pete. Yeah. Peter Serafinovich. I've seen him in a bunch of different things. I think he's in like Parks and Rec. He's in your movie Spy.
Oh, I know. Yeah, he's oh God, I'm blanking on the character, but yeah, he is in Spy. Everybody check out Spy. It's an underrated gem of a comedy, one of my favorites. Where is he? Peter Serafinovich, maybe it's a Wicks last name. He is in Guardians of the Galaxy. He is in Episode 1. He's in John Wick 2. He's in Sing. Is he also in the Cornetto trilogy, or did he miss Hot Fuzz?
I wonder.
Looks like he missed Hot Fuzz.
I missed the Fuzz.
He's in the Muppets Most Wanted.
He has
I've seen that he's in, but
he's in a reality show. He's like the host of a reality show on Netflix right now called $1 Million Secret. It's like one of these shows that I feel that have been popping up since like Traitors became such a big hit. Yeah, like all these people wanted to be like the cool host. I saw the
commercial for that. I didn't know that he was the host.
So yeah. So there's that.
The Community thing reminded me. Joel McHale's hosting a new show, the 1% Club. That's a like game show where they ask. It's kind of like Family Feud, but not at all. They asked 100 people a question, and 80% of people got this right, and it slowly gets smaller and smaller until you get to the 1%. You're the winner.
Oh, sure.
But it's a good show, and Joel McHale is crushing it.
Joel McHale. Love Joel McHale. He's great. Check out. I watch anything he does, and I think he's such a fun
Check out the
host.
1% Club.
What is Anyway,
I watched it on Hulu.
cool, great.
Any other
Hulu.
character choices you want to mention? Dialogue. Did the dialogue work? I think hell fucking yeah. I mean, it's a very quotable movie. It's witty. It's sharp. I mean, part of what makes it so enjoyable is the dialogue.
Minus
I had a
our
moment.
minus our surprise Edward that I forgot about.
Yeah.
I was like,
But
oh,
at
hey.
least everybody has a reaction of like hanging their head and like being like, oh, fucking Christ.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's not.
Nobody's happy about it. I had a moment where you ever go back and revisit something and be like, oh, I've been saying that for years. This is what it's from.
Oh yes,
I
what is
had that while watching this. It was when he's talking to Pete in the beginning in the kitchen, and he's like, he tells Pete, you sold weed, and Pete says, yeah, once in college to you. And that little once in college to you thing I've been never left me. I don't know why. And I did not know that this was the movie it was from. Then of course you got Red on You, which is lived on. I feel like that is the line from the movie of the movie.
The one that honestly,
That's certainly
the one that honestly gets me is when they're outside the first night and the
I feel like that was a trailer moment. I feel like that was in the trailer or something. I feel like I remember that scene really well too. Yes, that definitely has always stuck with me too, Ross.
Yeah, the scene that, like, when I first saw it, the "Don't Stop Me Now" scene is the thing I always like came to first, but not really any dialogue in that one. And also the "We Got Red on You." So, the way it's used twice, we see a lot of this in the movie before and after the zombie apocalypse, because you got the red from the pen ink, and then it happens later after he bashes the zombie. He's got blood splatter. We're coming to get you, Barbara, which we've talked about, because in Night of the Living Dead, what's his name says it to the girl in the beginning at the, he's teasing
Says it to
his
Barbara.
sister. Yeah.
her brother.
Yeah.
Her brother.
They're coming to
And
get you,
then-
Barbara. I'm your brother.
So
I'm your brother to come to get you, Berber.
what's really funny is this is something that the first time it happens, I don't like it, but I think it pays off really well the second time, which is the "I'm sorry, Shaun" farting joke. It's like, "I'm sorry, Shaun." He's like, "For what?" He's like, "No, I'm sorry, Shaun." He's like, "Oh God, that's awful." He's like, "I'll stop doing it when you stop laughing." He's like, "I'm not laughing the first time," and then the second time, it's like, "Oh, I'll stop doing it when you stop laughing." He's like, "I'm not laughing because
He's crying.
it got me good."
Yeah. But I think it gets that good at the second part because of the build.
That's what I'm saying. It pays off from the first one, but I like, don't love it. And I've been known to laugh at farts. I'm not above it. It just doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, dialogue works. You guys got any particular lines you want to point out?
Not particularly for me. It's not all good, but like we said, a lot of good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to noteworthy scenes. This is just kind of so we don't miss anything, let anything slip through the cracks that we wanted to touch on. So we've already covered a couple of mine. Did somebody have one to start?
I had honestly, I like the back garden scene when Shaun finds the checkout girl and then the shove. So when you're dealing with zombie movies, right? That was the point to me where when she fell on her back and got impaled by the umbrella holder, something, whatever that is, the tube.
Mm-hmm.
When she pulled herself out,
Mm-hmm.
and then you
That's
got
great.
to see through her and to Shaun's face, I was like, oh, word. Okay, so we're getting gore. Like
They're doing
we're
a zombie.
doing
They're
it.
doing the
Okay,
zombie thing.
We're fucking doing it.
Yeah.
And I think that was like the big, especially seeing it in theaters, because like you don't know what direction, honestly, what was going to happen. Because I mean, like you do have a hint. Like I had a hint of it when they were leaving the bar, and then the kissy face couple, and then
Love
his whole
that.
fucking
Head
Pez
pops back.
Pez dispenser
I love
back.
that. And that I think is a genuinely like scary moment. You know what I mean?
Certainly.
Totally.
Like that is a true horror moment.
Absolutely. And the same thing with the impalement, where I was like, oh, word. Okay, cool. Let's do this. Like I'm into
And that's great because because leading up to that moment where Shaun just kind of like sits down on the couch and Ed is behind the curtain and he's just like, there's a girl in the backyard or whatever. And then he just
There's
pops
a girl
up
in the
from
garden.
behind the curtain. He was just standing there. And then that leads them to go and check it out, which then leads to the throwing the vinyls, which is a whole fun scene. And just like,
that's-
oh my God.
Now that you say that, that was gonna, because we already touched on a few. That was my next one that we haven't done. My noteworthy scene was picking which albums to throw. It's just so funny. He throws the first one, and he's like, "Oh, that's the second one I ever bought." And now they're just shuffling towards them, they're rifling through his collection to figure out which albums to throw at the zombies. It's just so funny and so, in a weird way, real, because you still care about the things you like. You know what I mean?
oh, no.
Yeah.
So even though
It's
the
a
zombie
record collection,
apocalypse is going on, yeah, exactly. So I love the play of that scene, the duality there. And then Shaun's plans when we get the 3 different versions. Like, all right, go pick up mom. Sorry, Philip. And they smack him and then grab her and go.
I'm so sorry, Phil. The first time they're very heartfelt.
Very sorry.
Yeah.
I love by the third rendition, he goes, sorry. Cracks is fucking.
It's brilliant that they do it a different version each time because it's him telling the story to kind of like speed it up. It's
move it along. Exactly.
It's, the filmmaking aspect, the writing aspect, the comedy, and apparently goblins playing during that time. I'm so interested in what's going on. I don't even pick it up.
Never knew.
But
you gotta know. You have to know
part.
it's good if we completely just blazed over the fact that Goblin was playing.
Right.
Blazed
Totally.
over the goblin, bro.
Then we've touched on most of my other ones, or talked about my other ones, except for one. When they pretend to be zombies, they do their zombie. They are now next to the Winchester, and the only thing between them and the Winchesters is a lot of zombies. I also love that when Shaun's like, I will go and see how many there are. It's like this big dramatic moment, and then he walks up the steps of that slide, and the camera doesn't follow him. We're still just seeing his feet, and then he comes back down. Are there many? Yeah. A lot. Like
a lot.
It's a great moment. But then, so they have that zombie pinned to the tree, and that Diana is an actress, so the
impromptu class,
zombie acting classes, and now they pretend to be zombies going through to get to the Winchester. It's a great scene. Couldn't not mention it.
Oh, for sure. And then that goddamn phone call.
And then that goddamn phone call.
Did you want to talk about that at all?
The zombies do and are probably some of the dumbest zombies we've seen, right?
Oh yeah,
there's a lot of lenience they give our characters here in terms of what they notice.
Because it wasn't like
it doesn't again, suspenders were on, so I didn't really, I guess, care about it. Maybe that would be like the one-ish thing that I'm like, these are kind of really dumb zombies.
It may have tugged on my suspenders before 20 years ago. It doesn't now.
Sure. I'll be totally honest with you, it made sense to me, especially after the movie was done and that they had basically cleaned up the zombie apocalypse almost instantaneously. And then now they're used for like contestant game shows and sport. And it's more of a joke now. It kind of leaned the fact that these zombies are really fucking dumb.
Mm-hmm. They sure are. You guys have anything, important scenes you don't want to miss before we keep going that we haven't talked about already?
I don't think so.
No, I mean, the only one I thought was kind of a really, like the basement scene. I thought the lead up to that, because like it is one of the most emotionally intense scenes, because obviously, like, you know, your best friend's basically dying from a neck wound and an arm wound. And then, like, I think them contemplating the idea of killing her and then killing himself, I thought was really poignantly well done, because he, like, the pantomime where he goes, all right. like it just creeped out by it, and then like having the cigarette, and then that leads to the keg lift, which I thought was like, okay, I don't know, that whole sequence was like, we got from really serious to like a nice buffer off of the serious to like, oh, okay, cool.
Did anything in this movie surprise you? Because I'm so well versed, even though it's been a long time, I guess seeing Martin Freeman and some of those actors surprised me.
This round for sure. I'd say probably when I originally watched it, what would have surprised me was, we're going to get into it very soon, the gore and how it did seem to be such a good and faithful comedy, but also zombie horror movie.
Yes.
And that probably was surprising to me at the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, between the the Pez head makeout scene and then the actual pole impalement, like that was surprising, because I was not actually anticipating that level of gore for how the movie was playing out. So I was super pleasantly surprised.
Were there any scares or jump scares that worked for you or stood out? There's a couple times where you see zombie stuff happening in the background. Like the head popping back when you see the prom guy coming in through the door. And then I remember the one, even though you don't see it, the one I always thought was most effective, what is the what looks like could just be a crazy homeless guy about to bite a pigeon's head off, that Shaun sees out the window, and then the bus goes by but he's gone. I always thought that one was really effective.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are a few burst out jump scares. I think any of the background creeping in kind of zombie stuff, especially in the beginning, is it not a zombie? Is it spreading? Is it happening now? That can be a little creepy and scary at moments.
Yeah.
That reminded me, not that I thought it was scary, but just a moment that I've always loved from this movie is when they first get in the car and they're driving away, going to get Shaun's mom, and witnessing all the chaos. There's the ambulance that's like pulled over, run into a wall by the side of the road or whatever, and hanging out the back is a body in a body bag, and the body bag is twitching and like moving around.
Yes.
That's great. Always really, really like that. I don't know why, but it's like a moment that's really stood the test of time for me.
You got a twitcher.
Was that the scene where they hit the guy? They're like, oh my God, they roll it down, and it's like, he's like, oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Should we check?
Oh, thank God, he's a zombie. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, which honestly, it brings us right into, we'll be talking about that. The gores and the kills. So we'll go to the gore meter at the end of us talking about these. I tried to make notes for all the sort of set piece significant gore stuff, because it's funny doing this for the first time that I'm the one doing it, because I'm the one that has the most trouble paying attention to gore, and probably that has the most zombie blindness. But here we are. So the first one I have is the head falling back on the couple when they're leaving the Winchester. Looks great, really effective.
Good. It's mostly silhouetted,
yes.
So you don't see gore, but you get the point, and you understand.
Yeah,
what's
and you
happening.
can see like reflection, as if blood,
like neck flop,
like light is reflected off blood. Yeah, glistening. There we go. A little glisten. That's my rap name.
Glisten.
Lil Glisten.
Lil Glisten.
Next up, we have the girl in the garden, which we talked about, the impalement when she gets pushed back.
Certainly. Good stuff.
Then they, the living room prom zombie that comes in
with a missing
arm. Yep. Then the vinyl zombies throwing them. I just included like the sticking in the face for gore, the batarangs.
Yeah. Yes. Doesn't one get in his eyeball or something like that, or something around there?
Yeah, they get lodged all in there. And again, like, it's not this isn't at this point, I don't think anything that's
Gory.
crazy gory.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
anything.
The
No.
intensity
It
would
is
be
a-
low.
Yeah.
You would see this on The Walking Dead on TV nowadays.
Mhm.
Yeah, even the bite that was it Phil gets in his neck, like the bite's kind of chunky. Like you get that bite and then that pull, but honestly, I feel like there's gore. Like I've seen gorier versions of that. You know what I mean? Where like by
for
far,
sure. It's interesting because I think they go for the gore in a Romero style way, but compared to Romero, like a
Doesn't
one
have that
you know what I mean?
Savini.
yeah. It's not
Yeah,
until
and it's not constant. Just like here,
Yeah.
let's go through a bunch of shots of people getting fucked up in
And it's
different ways.
yeah,
Right.
and it's not until David that you really get the full like.
Exactly,
Well, that's
which
the-
I
the
think the
mother
way
load.
he's
That's-
killed is an homage to Romero.
Choke on it. Choke on
Savini.
it.
Mhm.
So then we got the hit by the car zombie, the one where they're driving and they're like, let's check. And they're like, should we get out and check? It's like, I don't even want to check. And then it gets up. It's like, oh, whew, thank God. And they drive
Brilliant.
off. Although what
Yeah.
I thought about, how quickly do you turn if you just die? Because
See,
it could have been somebody that they killed and now they're a zombie and they're coming up.
Oh,
See,
certainly.
this is the weird one, is that I don't know in this universe if you just die, you come back. Because every person that we've seen has been bitten.
Well, based on the black bag that I talked about, the body bag, someone was pronounced dead and put into a body bag and then came
Or-
back.
Or bitten to death and
Then-
then put in the bag.
But sure, but they'd still be dead. It seems like if you get bitten, you change. You don't
Yeah. See, that's the only point, because there was
die
no
and
one
then
in the
change. You know what I
there
mean?
was no one in this movie that died of natural causes and then came back. Every person
Sure.
that we saw that came back as a zombie was bitten. That's why I was like, I don't know if you just die. But it's a good point though, because
You don't know.
you don't know.
Don't know.
Impaled by the mini tetherball thing pole. What is that? It's like
Into a
tetherball
tree.
with a tennis ball on the end instead of like a
That's
big
probably some
volleyball or
British thing.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Macy ball, mate.
British
It's
ball.
amazing. British ball. Oh, you never played wacky bowly before.
you
You never play the walkie bally. If we got any wacky bally players out there, hit us up. Let
Let
us know.
us know. Barbara's arm bite when it's revealed, I thought the gore was pretty
That
good.
one.
It
That's
looks
what I was
pretty
waiting for you to
deep
bring up.
and
That one's
bloody.
gnarly.
Yeah,
That is
I
real
feel
fucking
that.
gnarly.
I'm like, whoa, and it does a little like, kind of like, it's not a blood gush.
little-
It's a little blood, like
Almost a
glug.
little
gurgle.
spur, a pump.
Yeah, like a gurgle,
A
like a
small
little.
pump.
Blah. It's
Also,
a
like
little-
one of the most British ways to
Little
talk.
glistening
Like,
small pump.
what did she say? It's like,
Oh,
what an,
don't
what
bother
an
about-
interesting day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't bother. I'm not bother.
You go ahead and play wacky bally. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Then we get David literally torn apart by zombies. This is when the zombies break through the windows, pull him out. They're trying to hold on to him. We get the gut ripping that we see in Dawn and Day. Then he literally comes to pieces. His legs come off, his arms come off, his head comes off. He's gone.
I watched behind the scenes on that, and that the main zombies that are pulling them apart are all part of the effects and lighting crew and stuff like that.
Oh,
So they-
Good for them.
interesting.
so they
that
knew-
makes sense.
so that-
yeah.
And the way that they had the rig, it's his neck and his arms, and he's standing, and then the fake body with the guts is drawn over. So he's just walking backwards
Oh, okay.
with the zombie horde
Yeah.
as all these techs are pulling them apart. Ah, I love that. And
That's
honestly,
super cool.
what a great gore cherry on the Sunday that is this movie, because like, again, it was one of those scenes where I'm like, man, like if they're going to Romero, someone's going to get torn apart, but for me watching it for the first time, I was like, they're not going to do that. And then they do it and you're like, oh shit. Yes. Especially the guy that like nobody likes.
Yeah, exactly. They give him the best one, the most satisfying
Mhm.
one, and very, very homagey. And awesome.
Tropey that hit
It
the
looks great,
hit
yeah.
like a zombie trope of hitting that
Totally.
like bad character gets it.
Yes, very good.
It succeeded
The
in
character
that.
you
yeah.
dislike is saved for the end, and he gets it the worst way.
Go get it.
And then it's not gory, but included in kills, although maybe it shouldn't be included in kills, is Diana just runs out into the zombies with David's leg afterwards because she's like, David, no.
No, David.
Now we can check the time.
It's time for the gore.
Fatality.
So, scale of 1 to 10, Psycho to the Sadness. How gory is this movie? 1 to 5 intensity, 1 to 5 frequency. Put them together, get the score. Ross, start with you.
Oh dear. All right. Intensity, I'm gonna give. I was gonna say a solid 3, maybe a 3.5. I mean, you have a full body dismemberment at the end of the film,
Yeah.
which gives the intensity to me. I mean, that deserves a 2 points automatically. You know what I mean? But the rest of the gore in it is very zombie blindness, as in like the bites aren't super gory. I mean, we do have Barbara's arm, which is a little gory, but it's not like being attacked. It's just like the aftermath type stuff. So I feel like that to my head almost constitutes like a 1.5 just for that level. So like a 3.5. I could be argued into a 4. But then consistency, I feel, is maybe like a 1.5 to 2. Like we do get it, and we get it throughout the movie, but it's more like aftermath zombie stuff, and the main like bigger gore scenes are more payoffs at the end, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like what would that be? That would be like maybe like a 5.5 or a 6.
Okay, sure. I'll argue into a 4 right now for the intensity, because I was going to go 4 on intensity just because David's death is as much as it is. Normally a death like that I might even kick higher, but it's also almost done in a way that's like a bit tasteful for people who can't handle that intense of a kill.
Yeah, there's a lot of guts, but not a lot of
4.
blood that comes out of that, which I think is beneficial. You know what I mean?
And then frequency, I mean, we just went through it, and even some of them are a bit of a stretch, like the vinyls in the head. So I mean, it is kind of throughout. I'll give it a 2. No, I'll give it a 2.5. So 6.5 is my score overall.
I think for intensity, I'll give it the 4 as well. It's a relatively intense scene at the end, and then most of the other stuff is a lot of zombie stuff, like you said. And then, 2. I'll do the 2 and just give it a 6 total. Why not?
I like it.
All right. The climax. Did it work for us? So quick overview of what I have considered the climax. Winchester's surrounded by zombies. Barbara dies. Shaun kills her. David dies. Diana goes into horde. Zombies break in. Ed is bitten. They light the bar on fire. Liz, Shaun, Ed trapped in cellar. Rise and rescued by military. The climax.
I think for the most part it works. I mean, there's that weird time jump where you're not 100% sure. Like, did they say what was the time difference between like the normal back to quote unquote back to normal world versus?
They did not.
Like, okay.
But also, I did
later.
not include that in the climax because I feel like that's not the climax. That's the
epilogue.
Post. Yeah. The epilogue.
No, I think the end of the Winchester, because honestly, the basement scene makes it for me. You know what I mean? With like Ed's death, and then like kind of that whole scene really worked for me. I think the military stuff was fun, but it happens very abruptly.
I agree. It feels a bit like, and that was the end, so we need an ending. Like, here's the military.
Yeah.
But I would say, for the most part, it does work, especially the heartstring moments.
Yeah.
And then I have 2 IMDb behind the scenes.
2.
Even
2.
So On the extras on the DVD, there's an animated special feature, Plot Holes, What Happened to Diane When She Left the Winchester. Explains that Diane makes it through the crowd of zombies, climbs a tree, passes out, awakens to utter silence, and out of fear stays in the tree for days, surviving on David's severed leg, and eventually goes to live with her aunt. She remains in Christmas card contact with Shaun and Liz.
Good to know. Good for
Yeah.
her.
So
At least she made the Christmas card list.
Mm-hmm. And then one final one here I threw in. I'm not that familiar with Resident Evil games, but you guys can confirm this for me. Throughout this movie, homage is paid to several aspects of the original Resident Evil game series. A vivid example being during the scene in the pub cellar where a switch to activate the lift is only made visible by activating a lighter.
I didn't even realize that until you just said
yeah.
that. That actually makes a lot of sense. God
Is
damn it.
that Resident Evil-y?
Yeah, because you're like
Yeah.
holding up. Yeah.
All right.
The fact that the Winchester, the gun is posted on the theft Resident Evil feeling, just pulling a gun off a wall. That
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. I'm not sure if that was specific, but cool. That's it.
Cool. Great. Final thoughts? I don't
What a
have
fun
any.
movie.
Yeah, great. Fun movie.
Great.
Classic. Modern
Classic.
classic, in my opinion.
Guys, I'm sorry.
What's that?
You're just doing this to yourself, man.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh wait, we're in the room together. That's right. Oh no.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Gross.
But it feels
I
like
did.
it.
It feels like it.
It's a
No,
weird
Feels like
time.
it. Feels like we've been here before. I'll tell you that much.
Have we been-
Absolutely. All right. Well, I'm ready to head over to the crematorium. Okay, let's do it. Crematorium of questions. How would we survive? How many are sacrificed?
Ooh. See again, the Romero zombie verse is specifically the Shaun of Deadiverse. They're dumb. Like the
Seems
zombies
very
are dumb.
survivable.
Very fucking
I think we
survivable.
thrive.
This is
As long as
this
we
is
don't
like
run into any other groups of survivors.
yes,
That's the real threat, right? Any zombie story, man is the threat.
man is the threat.
That's true.
Yeah, I think this one we would absolutely survive. And honestly, I don't know if any of us would get bumped off. I don't know if any of us would have to be sacrificed.
I agree.
think in a world, I think we're
We're eating Cornettos every morning.
Ooh.
they understand these are zombies.
Exactly.
So this is a
So there's
world where we get
preconceived
to
notion.
understand that they're zombies. We fucking got this. This is what we've been waiting for.
Absolutely.
In a not really
in a way.
in a way.
Prepared.
When you have the imaginative, when you have
honestly,
that again.
If this was 2008 and you asked me, probably. I mean, when we lived together, I'm sure we had
all different kind of zombie killing stuff.
tons of conversations about what to do
Yeah.
in a zombie apocalypse.
What happens if like shit hits the fan, man?
Yeah, what do we do? What's the plan? Well, good thing we're at the second level, so we got that going for us here.
Yes.
We only got those 2 stairways. We can destroy those. I mean, I'm sure I had a plan.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt
plans
about it.
already. I knew how to get in and out of the house through the second floor window. So
Spider Bryan.
Didn't we have like targets that were zombies for the gun
Yes,
range?
for the gun range, we did.
Different time.
cool.
The bullet, shooting a bullet out of the bullet end of my gun.
Yeah, wild.
My gun.
My gun. The
The
gun
gun.
at the place that we rented.
All right, mixing it up again. Got a new one. Hero level 1 through 10. Power level, iconography. Put them together. What do you get? So I would say
Ooh.
it's an ensemble movie, but Shaun is the hero
It's
of this
Shaun.
movie.
Sean's our hero, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Let's
I
try
cannot.
discussing it as a group. What do you think
Okay.
the iconography level should be?
Ooh, I like this. Well, let's power level. Do you want to start with that?
Sure,
I think Sean's
start
a
with
normal
power level.
person.
1.
Yeah.
Whatever
One,
the normal
more or
person
less.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Maybe
think
even a
he's
little
much more
less than
than-
that. Although he
You
ends
know
up
what?
showing again that he's,
I'd be willing to give him a 0.5 for the fact that he knows what to do in a zombie situation
does he?
and understand.
What's going to the Winchester? Good idea. I mean, David was kind of right.
Well, I don't know. We don't know what would happen if
He was a dick.
True.
But I mean, he knows how to handle a zombie. I'm talking about power.
Yes.
So I mean, in terms
A
of
one-on-one
handling
with
a
a zombie, he
zombie?
can handle himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and understand. I think. Well, I don't know, but you're right. Maybe I'm back down to a 1 with it. What do you guys think? Like, do you think you could give him a little bit more power because of that knowledge that you know they're zombies?
I would give him a 1 just because he has really good intentions, but again, he's the everyman, so it's kind of like sometimes it's haphazardly.
Here, take a little off.
Well,
Yeah, I think
there.
part of
Like,
his whole deal is he's just an average guy. So
Well, then I'm giving him. I'd say a 0.75.
Ooh, shit.
I'm
One's
good with
good. One's
1.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Iconography.
Okay.
I would go 5 for iconography. I know it's just like
White shirt
a white
with a red
shirt
stain.
and a red tie, but you throw a stain on there, you throw a red like bandana around his head or a red tie, the tie
Well, that would
around
be the
his
tie.
head.
Yeah.
I'll be totally honest with you.
Um,
I could pick out a Shaun of the Dead
I'd recognize it
cosplay
immediately.
from 2 blocks away.
Yeah,
So like
exactly.
I feel like that would be my. I think the iconography is huge.
Ages and ages ago, when I did one of those like 5K zombie run things,
Yeah,
Mhm.
I wore a short sleeve white shirt and I
Put a
mimicked
red spot
Sean's
on it?
costume.
Nice.
And then people would definitely coming up and telling me there's red on me. So
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's great.
it's pretty. I 5.
Love
so
it.
6.
I
I
agree
like
with
that.
that.
So 6. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
All right. Villain level.
Our zombies.
Zombies.
These were zombies.
I don't know if is there a featured zombie or featured
No,
zombies
I don't feel
we
like
could
it.
pick?
Not really.
Not
You know,
really.
there
There's
wasn't
no
like
Big
a.
Daddy.
There's no bub.
The garden zombies
no bub.
kind of, and maybe the prom zombie, but yeah, generally no. So what? They're just generally they're not gory. They're just like pale
Bloody.
gray with that
Yeah.
blue eyes.
So I think for power level, it's
I
weird.
want to give them a 1 as well.
can we do
Yeah,
like a
because
one
they're-
and one?
Well, because they're
like-
dumb. Like they're
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb
So-
and slow. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
But on the flip side, though, I don't want to give it like super low numbers because like
These are
they're kind of not fully indestructible. It takes a lot for them to actually get taken out, although the populace knows how to take them out. So it's not like a big mystery. So like maybe a 2 for power level, just because normal wounds and stuff like that have no effect. A headshot does.
Well, that's a zombie.
Yeah. I'm just saying for
What's
power,
not
but they're
special?
dumb.
the power level is more than it's not
I
just
guess,
one
yeah.
because they're slow and dumb. They also have the hard to kill aspect, which he's saying raises the power level.
Yeah.
But even
Nothing
then, I'd give it-
crazy.
I guess that does bring it to 2 because I was thinking I was like, these are zombies I would skateboard around, because whenever there's this skateboarding guy in one of the movies, I was like,
Yeah.
that's a bad idea. I would never ride a skateboarder. But these zombies, I'd have no problem just like skating through a crowd of them. It appears, you know what I mean?
It appears that way. Yeah, certainly. All right, then
I was thinking
I'll
low,
concede
but
that. So was I.
think
But
I'm
I
How about-
conceded too.
What about a 1.5? We're not going to give full credit. I mean, the dumb has to be factored in there. Maybe just like
All
a
right.
1.5.
1.5. 1.5 it is.
That works.
Iconography. I mean, they look like zombies. I don't know what a base level zombie iconography is, but that's what I would give this.
2.5.
Yeah.
2.5.
Like middle of the road, because it's not like they're
You'd
not.
recognize they're a zombie. You just wouldn't necessarily place them from Shaun of the Dead.
Exactly. Like this ain't no Smurf zombie from like Dawn. You know what I mean? Where it's like
Right.
Mm-hmm.
you could cut, like if any of these zombies were in a lineup with other zombies, it would be very hard for me to determine what movie they're from. So I would say, yeah, 2.5
I
for
agree.
iconography.
Beautiful.
That puts
Love
it at 4 total for villain level. Feels
Oh,
fine
cool.
to me.
Yeah.
Also,
So our
Shaun's
hero
at a
beats
6,
the villain.
easily defeats him. Yeah. That's
Yep.
fun
Nice.
that we can compare that now too. Should it have a sequel? What is your sequel? No, absolutely not. If it were, I love the idea of them doing different horror movie genres.
Oh my God, yeah.
From Dusk Till Shaun, but I'm very happy as a standalone film.
I think they should do 28 Shauns Later, and they should deal with zombies.
Gosh. Yes. Oh, that would be great. I was going to say
a whole wild situation. Yeah.
It doesn't need to have a sequel, but it would be insanely stupid and funny if they had a Shaun of the Dead sequel that was just the doppelganger crew and us just following them instead of Shaun, and then just having the crossover moment in the middle of the movie and then back to however they.
Yes.
Absolutely. I don't know why that made me think of this, but did you guys hear they were making a Harold and Kumar 4?
Oh,
yes. You posted about it in our Discord. Join the Discord.
I sure did. Yeah, join the Discord. The doppelganger thing reminded me of that. But yeah, nice. I agree. That would be a fun one. That'd be a good like DVD bonus feature, like 15 minutes of following them around.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. Yes, like a short.
Yeah. Or short. Like how the lady with the golf club that Shaun knows got to be the only one left meeting them with the soldiers. Like,
yes,
we follow them from there to there.
I want to see it.
Would you buy the soundtrack or score on vinyl? I like the music in the movie. Like, it fits the tone for what's happening whenever it's there. Yeah. But it's not really anything I'm interested in listening to outside of the film.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. Like, if it was on like a mix that I didn't have to pay for that was from like my streaming service, then yeah, I might throw it into the mix there. But like, I don't know if I'm going to actively go out and buy a copy of the soundtrack.
Yeah, I am not. Is anything action figure worthy?
So much stuff.
Yeah,
are you kidding
so
me?
much. Yeah.
Shaun with like the kung fu grip with like the cricket bat would be hilarious.
Yeah. You know he's when they leave the apartment with Liz and the roommates and go to the car, and he's the only one using his weapon to hit any of the zombies on the way there. Makes him seem like the most adept one, but also that was the only prop weapon that anybody had, so it was the only thing they could use to hit anyone.
That's so fucking funny. I love that.
What merch prop promo item would you want from the film?
I'd say either the cricket bat.
Cricket
honestly,
bat's good.
Shaun's
the Winchester,
his tie,
his label with his name would be great.
Oh, his name tag,
yeah.
The Winchester, the bar,
the entire bar, yeah.
The entire bar.
For sure. Take a pint glass. I don't think any of them said Winchester on it, but if one of them did, I'd definitely want that. That'd be a good promo item. Winchester pint glasses.
Oh, yeah.
And like beer coasters and stuff like that.
Red pens.
Red pens would be great.
Leaky red pens.
Leaky red pens. Specifically the leaky
red pens.
Midnight Showing. What are you throwing? Red pens?
Leaky red pens.
Leaky red pens. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Vinyl?
Yes.
Throwing vinyls at the... Yes.
That would be so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Like vinyl, like foam. It has to be like a foam, but like in the shape of a vinyl.
Something that's not going to damage the
like
screen.
a foam disc or people or anything.
Like if you could get those plastic golf discs, but you like just make it look like a vinyl. We could just huck those at the,
a frisbee from olden times.
Oh yes.
Some of you might get that reference. Midnight Showing works. Popcorn bucket.
A zombie head.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly.
Classic. The Winchester.
The entire structure.
Yeah, you just reach in the top.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't have anything standoutish.
Yeah. Ed as the monkey impression that he does. That's a good monkey one. Face. From Which Way But Loose? Is that what he's doing?
Any Which Way But Loose? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's cut ourselves.
I only want your fingers.
Should we all cut our fingers open and bleed on it?
Can you wrap your fingers around this?
I'll take a Voorhees burger and a side of Jason's fingers.
Show them.
On this show, we use a rating scale of 0 to 5 fingers. Each finger represents a different quality about the movie. You can chop off no finger, half finger, quarter finger, whole finger, however you like. Quarters is the measurements. These ratings are intended to be subjective on how we feel about a movie. Doesn't matter if the movie's objectively good or bad. That being said, Ross, I would like to know your rating on this film.
Oh, wouldn't you now? Let's go. It's a 5. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I was engaged the entire time. This is one of the very rare movies that I'm always engaged. Like sometimes when you watch something to death, no pun intended, because it's a zombie movie, it you tend to zone out a bunch, and Shaun of the Dead is just one that has never done that for me. Like I can sit and enjoy it every single time. Sticky, I've been quoting it forever since it came out. I quotes to this day. T-shirtable, absolutely would have a T-shirt for this. Merchable was the
merchandisable? What'd you get? Let's test that water. Test it.
You know, but honestly, any merchandise from this film, like I would have. I think I had a poster at a certain point of something like.
You'd like to have something.
Oh, absolutely. Like fake prop, any of that kind of stuff would be fantastic. Cockles, eviscerated. I mean, my love for zombie movies and my specifically my love for Romero zombie movies, and this basically being a very funny love letter to that, eviscerated them. And I think what Bryan was talking about before really is key, is that like because we started having this influx of fast moving zombies, which I enjoyed the Dawn of the Dead remake, I like 28 Days Later, it was really cool to have a functioning slow zombie movie that worked this well in that atmosphere, because to me personally at the time, I felt that fast moving zombies were going to like kind of take over, and that like slow moving zombies would kind of just be like brushed to the wayside. But then you have Shaun of the Dead, which really just concretely puts them back in the forefront. So yeah, cockles were eviscerated. And rewatchable. I watch this probably once or twice a year for funsies. You know what I mean? I think that's the definitive, like where it's like, man, I don't know what I want to watch tonight. Fuck, I'll put on Shaun of the Dead. I haven't seen it this year. Or like, man, I mean, it's always in rotation in October for sure. And then probably sprinkled throughout the year as well. So 5.
How does that feel in your heart?
It feels good. It's like, again, like I think we talk about like comfort.
It feels off.
It feels off. It feels weird. No, it's like this is a comfort. I like horror comedies anyways, and this one is just the perfect blend for me. So
I mastered a new mix. Bryan, tell me where you're at on this bad boy. Where your fingers going? How many you chopping?
I will definitely let you know. I'll run through it as well and start with engaging. It's actually funny. I thought as I was watching this, and maybe this was a movie that we talked about, Sam, beforehand, that I hadn't, remembering scenes. I hadn't seen it in so long, and how much was I going to remember as I was watching it? I was surprised by how much I had forgotten, to be honest.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I just didn't remember certain things happening. I remember so many beats and plot points. I remember everything about that. It was just small little scenes here and there. So that was actually delightful. So I was actually fully engaged on this one for sure, as I had probably been in the past. Sticky, I'm going to give it a full 1 because so much of it has stuck with me throughout all the years. Just the legacy, we'll say, of the film at this point, just really in the horror scope of everything is really still a prominent one, I think. And it's definitely stuck in my head. That being said, we'll move on to merchandisable. And I don't own, I've seen plenty of Shaun of the Dead. Like here's the thing. I've seen plenty of Shaun of the Dead t-shirts. There's a lot out there. I don't know why I don't own one. It's not that I wouldn't. I love the movie. I would represent it, but I would love a Shaun action figure.
Looking for the right one.
Even so, like, would I get it? I don't know. For some reason, there's like, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't necessarily want a shirt or need a shirt for a certain thing.
Yep.
For whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
but I would love an action figure. I'd love like a nice, like I'd take the poster or something like that. If I had poster room, throw it on a poster. So I'll give it the 1 for that category there. Cockles definitely 1. Horror comedy, as we said in the time, it really hit that because I felt it. It hit now because it remains and it's still a good time. Rewatchables is the one that I was worried about and tricky about, but because it's like, how much am I going to watch this? Need to watch this, and realistically, I would probably give it a 0.5, but that doesn't feel right in this movie's essence, so I'm going to give it the full 1. And because this movie feels like a 5, Sam's going to ask me, how does that feel in your heart? I'm going to say that's wrong.
Like a 5. Yeah,
I'm giving it a 5 because the cockles overrideth it.
Up to me, huh?
Your cockles overfloweth.
You did this to yourself. You made me go second. So
I know I did it to myself because I wanted to see
it to yourself,
if it was going to happen, play out the way I thought it would. Yep. Engaging. 1. Absolutely fully engaged. Bryan, we did talk about
remembering the scene. Yeah.
This coming back to you watching it. Because for me, when I revisited it a while ago when we thought we had it upcoming, and even though I couldn't have told you a lot of the stuff that happened in it, if you'd asked me before I watched it, everything that happened as it happened, I was like, oh, and this part, and this part, and this part. You know what I mean?
Certainly.
But I was fully engaged. If anything, though, I have like new stuff to look for now while I watch it. Sticky's a full 1 because it all came in. It all came back to me, and there are lines from this movie I didn't even know I was quoting. T-shirtable, merchandisable, excuse me. Merchable. I'd Shaun of the Dead trinket of some kind. I mean, there's plenty of cool things you do, even though I don't have one and have seen plenty and chose not to buy them. I'm still giving it a 1. Cockles is an absolute 1. I mean, it hits nostalgia cockles, it hits zombie cockles, horror comedy cockles. The movie itself is just kind of has a sweet essence to it, which I think that stood out to me more this time, and Ed's character betrays that a few times, which is maybe why I don't love him like I did. Like he could still be this oaf without being despicable at times. I don't know that's the only word I could think of.
No, the ick.
Yeah.
There's something on him.
And then that brings us to rewatchable. And this is where I've been having a tough time because, like the stuff Bryan was saying, 0.5 is really what feels right here. But honestly, it's almost like I'm punishing it because the reason it's a 0.5 is because it's one of those movies that I watched so much back in the day. It's like I had my fill, and it didn't also translate to then just being a comfort movie. It's just like, yep, seen it, I know it, love it, goes on the shelf, and that's where it sits.
Yeah.
And I think that's more accurate. But then does 4.5 or 5 feel more right in my heart?
What's that heart telling you?
My heart is telling me 4.5 feels more right. But my heart is also telling me that Shaun of the Dead should be a certified Chuddle. So
it's true.
It's
you got to do what feels right, baby.
I'm going to give it the 1 because it should be a certified Chuddle. Even though my letterbox might say 4.5.
It does.
I know it does, and I'm not going to change it.
Good.
They exist for a reason. But this is just, it is a movie I love so much that it not making the Chuddle Club Crypt hurts, like, to not do it. If Bryan had taken that bullet already, I may have kept it lower. But since he did not, I wasn't going to take that bullet. To go for it.
Yep.
So that's where we are. It's a 5. That makes it a 5. That puts it not only in the Chuddle Club Crypt at a 4 or higher, but makes it a certified Chuddle. That's right. So what does
Extra
the
gooey.
club have to say about this one? Trevor, Witchmaster of Pleasure, just dropped a 5 gif. So I think we get that it's a 5 there. Then T-Boo, over there also of the Nightclub podcast. Check it out. Engaging 1. It's impossible not to be pulled into this world. The slick direction, dialogue, and quirky performances sell you on this flick fast. Absolutely agree. Sticky 1. I remember all the big set pieces and plenty of the small jokes that are overflowing in this film. T-Shirtable 1. Plenty of iconic imagery to dress your best. Cockles 1. I love it. I love it. I want some more of it. Rewatchable 1. I could ease into this movie anytime. I don't revisit it often just due to how I watch things nowadays, but this is forever an easy rewatch. 5 out of 5. Take all my fingers. I'm throwing select records at the zombies invading during the midnight show. That's right.
I got this one. Evan, our witchy brethren from the Kilt and the Redneck podcast. Go check them out.
Yeah.
He says, engaging 1. I'm always engaged watching this movie, just like when Ed says that didn't take long after Shaun calls Liz. Sticky 1. This sticks to me like the red that's always on Shaun. T-Shirtable 0.75. Interesting. Because he says 5 out of 5 later.
Well, that
wait.
must mean what he means.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish what I'm reading.
All right.
0.75. Give me a shirt with David getting ripped apart. You know what? Give me a 1.
There we go.
There it is. I should have just finished reading. Cockles 1. It gave me hope that if the zombie apocalypse happens, I can take my roommate, kill my stepdad, get the girl, and go have a cold pint and wait for it all to blow over. Rewatchable 1. If I could give it more, I would. It's one of them that I can have on any time and know the scene and the quote without watching it. 5 out of 5, 20 out of 20. That's all my fingers and my tootsies. At the midnight show, I'm throwing hog lumps, a pole with a tennis ball attached, and a Player 2 controller.
Nice.
Player 2 controller t-shirt. Like a real nice, subtle Shaun of the Dead reference, like romance reference would be a sweet one. All right, so I'll get this next one. We got Cody Ko, also from the Nightclub podcast. Engaging 1. With its swift, funny dialogue and its unconventional direction, topped by great performances, it's impossible for this film not to be engaging. Sticky 1. The humor and the heartfelt aspects blend so well. T-Shirtable 1. Very much T-Shirtable. Cockles 1. A world I would actually want to inhabit. Yeah, if you're going to be in a zombie world, for sure, this is the one.
Mm-hmm.
Rewatchable 1. I've watched this back-to-back many times, and I could watch it pretty much any time. 5 out of 5, take my hand, say you'll be true, yeah, take them fingers, and sorry, Philip.
Ricky from the Nightclub popped in to say engaging 1. As the plot unfolds, it's impossible not to be engaged due to the stylish camera work and editing and the brilliant acting and dialogue presented here. Sticky 1. All the side gags and set pieces are firmly planted in my brain. T-Shirtable 1. The imagery is beyond iconic. It's got to be a 1. Cockles 1. I love British comedy and these guys are so on the beat. It's incredible. Other than that, we have 2 of the most iconic single shot takes I can think of in zombie violence, which I do believe is probably my 3rd favorite kind of violence.
Oh.
Yeah. Go check out the Nightclub to figure out violence favorites number 2.
I know
and
one of
1.
them's against children. That's got to be number 1.
Figure out what. You'll get to know when you listen to them. Rewatchable 1. Hell yeah, this is in my top 5 zombie list for a reason. It goes down easy and never stays past its welcome. That's 5 Fingers in the Grave. What a grand masterpiece, or GD, or goddamn masterpiece. Maybe?
Goddamn.
Yep. It's because then he just goes on to say it's a goddamn 10
It's a goddamn
ball.
10 ball. Yeah.
So we GD'd it and then we spelled it. I got confused. For the midnight showing, I'm sharing an old rifle with the folks next to me, and we'll take turns shooting at the screen. For a prop, I'd take either the rifle from the bar or Shaun's cricket paddle. No sequel needed, but for the sake of the discussion, I'd say a buddy comedy that continues to follow Shaun and Zombie Ed around would be decent. So that covers it. I'm using my remaining hand to beat the crap out of the bartender with a pool cue while blasting Queen and arguing with my dog about being able to look up. Thanks, Ricky.
Oh, yeah. Dogs can't look up.
We got a lot of club interaction on this one. I'm so happy about this. Thanks
We
everyone
sure
for popping
did.
in. We still got more.
That's a huge one.
Go on.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got it.
I got Tiger Snake Kate here. She says, "This is a perfect movie to me and probably my favorite horror comedy. Equal first place with What We Do in the Shadows.
Ooh.
Engaging. 1. From start to finish, this keeps your attention, especially because there's usually something happening in the background and the plot moves along fast. Sticky. 1. So many quotable lines and a great mix of funny, gory, silly, and at times heartfelt and serious. Well said. T-shirtable. 1. Would definitely wear a shirt from this. Cockles. 1. I love their friendship and how Shaun is trying so hard not to be a fuck-up. The bits with his stepfather, Bill Nighy, is brilliant and everything, and his mom. This movie is so monumentally cockily that I will even forgive them for smashing the Batman soundtrack. And bonus points for saving the Stone Roses from damage. Second Coming is a great album." Rewatchable. 1. It would be criminal to not rewatch this because you get to see all the brilliant setups to the jokes that you missed the first time. Lots of Easter eggs in the bit where Shaun slips in the blood at the local shop is alone worth a rewatch. 5 out of 5. Watch this with your best friend in a Cornetto. That is a great way to watch it.
Very good way.
Perfect. Awesome. That's
it's
everyone.
Funny. I wonder why she mentioned the slipping in blood and we talked about it. I wonder what it is about that moment that people find so endearing, interesting, engaging. I think to me it's a juxtaposition of the fact that you're slipping on blood on the floor and it's such a mundane thing that you're in your own world.
You're in your own world.
Yeah.
You've slipped on something before, not really noticed what it was or really paid attention.
Sure.
You just slipped and move on. And it's blood.
Hungover.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. So from the club, that sits them out of 5. They agree with us as a certified shuttle. I don't know. That's an amazing thing that happened.
I don't know if
here.
that's ever happened before.
That's beautiful. Let us know
Where
if
they were all 5, we were all 5.
Yeah, if you guys know, let us know for sure. I'll run through some of the other certified shuttles real quick. Above this, we have Demons. We also have Midsommar, The Return of the Living Dead, Dead Stream, The Signal, as mentioned before, Barbarian, Pussy Cake, Nightmare on Elm Street, Psycho Goreman, Scream, and a short little one called Tree Venge. Now, if you go back and listen or are just joining and wondering about listening to these episodes, some of them still available, some of them not, as our back catalog has recently changed. But if you're a patron, it's all there for you, baby.
You get all.
Go check it out. Listen to us talk about these movies we love.
Only $3 a month to be a patron.
3, baby. All right, cool. That's great. I love it.
I love it too. Well, we did it. That's it. That's the end. We did a successful Pod Shuttle Club, Pod Horror Movie Club pod meeting tonight. And we can go ahead and head on out. Follow Chuddle the Pod on Instagram and Threads. Stay up to date with the podcast. Follow @RossPurvis on Instagram to see his artwork, his tattoos, and if you're in his area, get tattooed from him. You can follow me, Chuddle the Sam, Bryan, Chuddle the Bryan, and Ross, Chuddle the Ross on Letterboxd. If you have any interest in seeing what movies we're watching, check out the lists I'm making. I just dropped a hot list on my favorite movie from each year this century. Ooh. Also, jump in our Discord. You can participate in the show and just be part of the Chuddle community. Just to make all that easy for you, there's a link to it in the show description. And that's all I have for you. I'd say until next time we're covering this movie, but I don't know what it is yet. So, you guys, I'm going to say it one more time. I love you.
Love you.
Love you too. I feel like,
And until,
wait, didn't we do that?
Did we do this before?
Wait,
I don't know.
we in a loop?
Something's weird here.
No, because there's
don't
one
worry.
thing about it. Until next time, avoid the time loop.